Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Tonight for dinner we are making a pasta bake and meatballs done in our Deluxe air fryer. Now I'm actually making a half batch of the pasta bake and I'm using our 8 inch square Brilliance pan in order to do that. The full size would actually use our new small oven bake pan, and so I've just got a half the ingredients in there. So I've got the cream cheese and I'm going to go ahead and I've already actually weighed this. So you can use your favorite pasta noodles, more like tubular or rotinis will actually work really well. And then we're going to take half this jar of sauce. So we're going to go ahead and I did a little more than half. That's all right. We're going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to do, again, this is half, so it's just 2 cups of chicken broth. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure that all of the noodles are submerged, so that way it can actually cook it really, really well. Now, once I have this, I'm going to go ahead and cover it up with a piece of aluminum, so that way it can go ahead and be ready. So that way my next step will be to start the preheating cycle of our air fryer. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started on setting up our air fryer in order to preheat for both of these main dishes. So I'm going to be using a new feature called the Sync Finish. And so I have it on and I'm going to go ahead and start off with the lower compartment. Since this is where my pasta is going to be baked, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the heat and crisp setting. We're going to press that in. It'll set it for 350 degrees, and we're going to go ahead and adjust our time to, 55 minutes. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and go to the top section, which I'm going to use it on bake, and we're going to go ahead and adjust the time on that to being 25 minutes. So how this is going to work is that it's actually going to go ahead and preheat my lower compartment, so that way I can go ahead and get it all inside. And then when it comes down to, this is coming down to 25 minutes, then this portion, which will be where my meatballs are, is going to go ahead and start cooking, so that way they're going to be cooked and done at the same temperature. Now, while our air fryer is actually preheating, I'm going to go ahead and get started on my meatballs. And I'm going to let the Deluxe stand mixer do all the work for me. So I'm going to go ahead and let it mix. So I've got it set on the mix setting. I did reduce it for about 1 minute in order to go ahead and mix it really well. Now that it's all mixing, we're going to go ahead and do our meatballs. Now I'm going to go ahead and scoop these all out. I'm going to put them directly on the air fryer, which I have lined with aluminum foil in order to make it much easier from a cleanup standpoint. Now I'm going to be doing a full batch of these, so that way I can actually go ahead and take the already cooked meatballs and put them inside the freezer, so that way when we want to do another recipe that calls for meatballs, then we already have them done. Now it's time to add the food. Now with 10 minutes left to go, we're going to go ahead and stir in our cheese since it's nice and soft. And then we will top it with some mozzarella cheese and then back in the oven for the last 10 minutes.